Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So, today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be sitting up there and doing UMGC work. Um, I just wanted to say that I got 5 more days, but I want to get something done. I got one more part of the project. So let me see what the teacher wrote. I'm coming in this thing blindsided. Let me see what the teacher wrote. I think she wrote me an individualized message about how to. There it is. And now I can connect you guys. How much time before I get started? If you had to add all seconds, all minutes up, how much time is like, how many seconds in a day? How many seconds in 24 hours? Have we tested the hypothesis ourselves? It's another place. Strategies for leading change. Poor supervisor employee relationship. Poor supervisor employee relationship. Okay. So I'm studying it very, I'm trying to get what my skeleton is going to be. And pretty much it's a negative 14.8% drop. So do my supervisor treat me with respect? What my teacher is a 14.8% drop. It was 5% positive of 55% in survey one. Now it is 40.2%. So a positive response, it went down 14.8%, and a negative response, it went up 26%. supervisor treating people with honest respect. And this sort no, that doesn't. Let's dissect that. With the supervisor, sorry about that. With the supervisor treating people with honest respect. With no respect. The supervisor not with honest respect. The team feels as though it is a disappointment to them. I had to think about it for a second. I was writing stuff down, but a lot of other stuff was in my mind. Like Facebook. The supervisor not treating the employees, not people. Honest respect. Team feels as though it is a disappointment to them. In survey 1, 55% of people and positive outlooks on their second survey, not the bird, the bird survey. Don't 72 a 14.8. What? Whoa. What's your name? I have to go back and look at what I put. I really want to know what I put. If I knew how to go back and then come back here, I would. Because I would dissect exactly what I put, but kind of scary, y'all. This is don't have to go nowhere. I don't know what that We're not have we will not we don't need to put that as no man. No bro. It's all good. Okay. Now here negative responses were were 31 and survey to But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You got B12. You know, it beats going to Starbucks every day. It beats being able to think clearly and productively. So I'll take that caffeine. I've tried switching and they felt we're not by their Sorry, y'all. Why does this keep coming up? It's space. Action and giving a token. Giving and token while in conversation. Yeah, I know exactly what I mean when I say that. And what I mean by that is giving and taking. Giving and taking while in a conversation and not holding it hostage, comma. They, the employees complain about the CEO and managers who they felt were not by their side. If we have action, then we will be able to show the employees what their expectations are and their rules of how the CEO and manager actions incorporate and trickle down to the employees' actions. For example, if the manager who smokes or drinks and performs reckless behavior gets around someone who does not perform reckless behavior, then that can sometimes influence another person if they are not thinking straight. They could perform, could make faulty judgment decisions. Ooh, man. Facts and choose me with respect. Okay, and this one, I just want to make sure. Positive responses were down by 14.8%. Um, as it went down by 14.8%, it went up negatively by 26%. It 14. Positive comments. Positive comments went down by negative 14, which means that about 14.8% of employees actually feel that this comment or statement is wow. Wow. 26% of negative comments went up by positive. 6% will not did not 26% of comments to disagree. What with why the CEO should be held accountable for the actions of the employees' performance through medium of supervisors. They, the employees are the supervisors. Wait, the supervisors are the mediums. And they are the outlets that are turning the employees am I looking? I was just looking at something. I read everything I needed to right here, but I'm right here and then I'm like, I know what I'm looking up, but I'm trying to figure something else out. It sound bad. I shouldn't even say it, does it? Because okay, let's see if they explain something. E C E. That's all they did was explain that. E. It's crazy, mom. The answer is right here. So what change will it have to implement and use this model? Well, if we can let the CEOs be held accountable and let it, and I'm not saying that this is just all fictitious. We know in the cooped up world we're in, we done lived under dysfunctionality with our CEO jobs for a while. So it's like, it's no change happening no time soon unless they get a program for people that are going to change. But anyway, back to the school. So from the CEO, the supervisor is like the mediator between the CEO corporate and the employee. And so it's like we must let it fall on the CEO when the actual person is not doing the right thing. Like if the employee is not doing the right thing to the degree where it's making the company look bad, then the supervisor can't play buddy buddy with them because that's their friend, even though their friend is causing them to lose resources, funding. You know, maybe they're stealing the funding. Who knows? So, with them being held more accountable for their actions of how they train their employees. They will make sure that a government like internally implement action with respect external would shape out or growth and determine whether their company succeed More managers that are equipped with the circumstances that are evolved with not evolved with managers, uh, supervisors, been held more accountable for their actions of how they train their employees. They will make sure, like even Trump says in his organization, he sat up there and said he was like, well, what he said. I sometimes I have to force myself to do this, but he said something about how people his first cabinet pick wasn't so good. He I don't know who he blames for his first cabinet pick, but his second cabinet pick is better. You know, yeah. So I'm pushing. That have evolved. Then when I look at this time, it was like 6 or something. I'm still going. Um, 16 or don't. The supervisor. Redirection of taking classes and taking live exercise. Redirection and taking classes and live exercises can shape how we or can create more employees coming in wanting top positions if they do not redirect me or staff and hold them accountable, then people are going to have a deep turnover rate. Is it turnover? Yeah, I'm like, okay. actual chain events take place simultaneously as the metaverse is responsible for classes that will be held so that they can and AI can be used as a search tool that um, shows years of work of people who study how to give people respect and how to make sure that what else? This is being responsible. AI could be used for social, show years of work of people who study how to give people respect, how they can the best techniques and techniques that will help CEOs train and retrain their employees. They give people respect. Did I? That's real right. That is not what you want. I need to. I am so disgusted. It won't let me here. Lock. Okay. Here. Here. Brainstorming. Vision change. Suit. I I see you. Alright, I'm missing one last thing. Why didn't anybody tell me? I don't know what it is about typing. It gets me so weirded out. I have to shout it out. Insert. What are we inserting? Feel back. That's it. Ah, hold up. Something ain't right. I'm not turning it. Still got one more day. One more day. One more day. I am too loud. Too loud, bro. I remember a long time ago, I was in hockey field in Kentucky. Nothing happened, but come on. I guess I was making too much noise. I was all up 18, 19, just had my son. And I knew something was going to jack up, trying to jack up. But I was making too much noise. And there was started banging. I hit the wrong signal. And so I was like, okay. And they started banging on my door. Took it too far. Like I'm just gonna open the door and say, "What do you want?" trying to get the team and the page. This is the perfect time to trademark something. Okay, so with the supervisor, why don't we dig right in their synopsis? With the supervisor not treating employees with honest respect, the team feels as though it is a disappointment to them. And in survey one, 55% of employees have positive outlooks on their managers. Second survey, survey two, it says it decreased at 40.2 and percent, which is which is negative 14.8% decrease overall. Negative responses were with survey 130, with survey 1 38.1%, survey 2 48.2%. They have gotten a negative response by positive 26%. What should meet or do to solve the problem that employees face? Action and giving and taking while in a conversation and not holding it hostage. There should be percentage of how much you take and how much you should give to me. The employees complained about the CEO and the managers who felt they were not by their side. If we have action, then we will be able to show the employees what their expectations are and the rules of how CEOs and manager actions incorporate and trickle down to the employees' actions. For example, if the manager who smokes or drinks and performs reckless behaviors gets around someone who does not perform reckless behavior, then they could and sometimes too do influence another person negatively. Whoever is in charge, people idolize. And if you are giving off bad vibes, they may try that trend. Whoever is in charge, people idolize. And if you're giving off bad vibes, they may try that trend or by thinking it's cool. If they're not thinking straight, they can make faulty judgment decisions. Positive comments went down by 14.8%, which means that 14.8% of employees feel that the comment or statement is valid or feel like that the demographics of 26 or feel like the demographics the statistics are correct. Sorry, let me read that. Then the 26%, they got positive 20% more negative comments that went up. 26% went up out of the 20%, 26% of comments that disagree with why CEOs should be held accountable for the actions an employee perform as through mediums of supervisors. Supervisors are the mediums, and also they are the outlets that are turning the employees to perform and do the daily contractual jobs agreed to. The more what change will it have to implement using this model? The more managers that are equipped with the circumstances that have evolved with supervisors being held more accountable for their actions and how they train their employees, or wait, managers. I don't need to say the more. It would be a however another point. Managers that are equipped with the circumstances that are involved are being held more accountable for their actions and how they train their employees. They will make sure that they will make sure that a government internally imploding action while being treated with respect and externally will shape how meet or growth can determine whether their companies succeed or don't. Redirection of taking classes and live exercises can shape how meet or can create more employees coming in wanting top positions. If they do not redirect meet org staff and hold them accountable, then people are going to have a deep turnover rate. An action chain of events taking place every simultaneously as managers need responsibility, acknowledgement, and integrity in more classes. How did that happen? Thank you, Carly. The new classes that will Oh, goddamn. I'm about to get off of here, phone. Hold on. Oh, the new classes that will be held so that the new classes will be held to gain an advantage over what other companies are doing with the respectful to their employees. How did that happen? AI can be used as a search tool, education tool that shows years of work of people who study how they can look up the best techniques and new techniques that will help CEOs train and retrain their employees. Describe 3 ways in which the org's future will be different from how the org is today. The directors will take more ownership and really direct instead of not meeting quality, instead of not meeting quality standards. If they take more ownership for a better direction, not only the team, but in groups, it will mean more voluntary retention and less turnover rates. There must be an adjustment between directors searching for new information towards a better understanding for the group and team. If they research a new item on the market or service out there on the market that can help collaborate more assets by figuring out a plan for how they legally solicit the item or sell it. So basically research a new item out there. Let me write that down. That's a good idea. That can help collaborate more assets by figuring out a plan for how they would legally solicit an item or sell it. They will be able to train the employees on the sale of the item, how they would be differed. This will help put some directions in the company's margin. If we do not keep up above standards, then you risk liquidation of assets, bankruptcy of a company. If it gets old and loses value because the org did not keep up with the proper trends, it gets old and loses value because the org did not keep up with the proper trends or innovation. You know, new innovation or AI or it falls behind and only a select few reap the benefits, especially with the lead app services. In the future, there will be responsibilities for one's actions on all levels because there will be an advisor to every corporate company wanting to gain knowledge on what it takes to be different from one another. It takes it takes being beyond the trends and reaching out there towards the sky. New York has a lot of complaints and they are crippling when 40% of whites leave and 23% of Hispanics leave, and lastly, 20% of blacks leave. Our second phase of the future. Take classes on innovation and transformational leadership and see how to keep innovating employees to use new cross-functional ways where they bring in everyone from production to sales, marketing, finance, and legal. They do not have a managerial position, and that is their weakness. Everyone is directing and giving their expertise. New York needs a production team for the future, and this way, every employee or angles can participate in the temporary decision making process of being in a team and then disband. The third fundamental future change is that there will be a system of accountability and zero tolerance for illegal emotional firing or involuntary turnover. This means that if an employee has a problem and stated the problem numerous amount of times with no real effort to change the situation, then the leader above must own and claim that their direction failed. No firing, just more corporate intensive redirection or redirected classes. To recap, more ownership for better direction. Better directions mean better to navigate the tools that are needed to make employees not only want to come to work, but will want to feel better when they get good, honest people. A more positive outlook up to continue. Oh, I'm coming, phones. Y'all like, look, Cloud, Kimberly. I'm at 20%. Oh man, hold on. Sorry, y'all. That didn't come out right. Now I'm curious to know who that was. Let me get off of here. I'm not. Don't drop that line on my main platforms. I'm about to get off of here. Then I'll hop back on after I finish this out. So follow me at the Kimberly Cloud Show on Facebook. Peace. Just 16 views, y'all. I'll be having a whole. Okay. Needed to make employees not only want to come to work, but they will feel better when they get a good, honest people. The more positive outlooks, a more positive outlook to continue down the path of finding new, innovative ways to create service and sorry, and or items that are motivated to help with an employment search. New information for better quality of the company. newer technology for big technological services out that are out there, learning beyond inventive ways of bringing technology to the workplace so we can find more newer trends with all companies jumping on board big technology service and or items is what is recognized as an informative tool is into a service with including invalid information. Having a production style type teamwork, having a production network creates a job network that not only manages the one main personal team, but creates a goal and gives people a chance to give their insights on what's going on. And it motivates friendly competition, yet satisfies with easy access to the team virtually via phone or in person. Then three final future organizations values believe needed to support the future vision. The org should be very consistent with their traditional values of needed structure. The org does have their values through their employees by making sure they adhere to their standards as being managers. They must first analyze directives from corporate and learn how not to digest or regurgitate dialogue in the direction of the team. In doing this, you must not only analyze but make a haven to tell employees without emotion about the checklist that the teams will explore together. Their values must align with their beliefs. When you align positive values, such as asking a manager about unknown expressing feelings with HR or your supervisor, it's imperative to use critical thinking and engage with normalized dialogue while staying controlled. Then both parties can have a normalized feedback and forth, be normalized back and forth conversation with each other rather than a one-way managerial conversation. Second, future organizational values and beliefs that are needed to support the future vision is to seek out what motivational and inspiring tactics that employees can create as teams at Meet Org. I feel like Meet Org beliefs are simple, but what they value versus beliefs are wrong. A lot of people been complaining and have been complaining about the job and sister the statistics. Igor must motivate by keeping everyone engaged. Oh my God. Igor must motivate by keeping employees engaged in the positive life themselves for their positive aspirations, values back towards the employee's growth. The managerial system must be advised for a better future consist of not only clicks for professional, meaningful, thoughtful dialogue that not only consists of motivational features and factors, but encouragement in showing the unknown positives to employees. Employee diversity comes from all walks of life. You must learn to engage with being vulnerable with your vulnerabilities and telling the employee about their expectation. Then once phase one is complete, tell the employees the host employee the direction of where the company is going and how you would like to accomplish it. In phase two, you give them expectations. Rules. Give them rules. Still navigating expectations. Set this big um, employee diversity come from all walks of life. You must learn to engage with vulnerabilities, telling your employees about their expectations. Once phase one is complete, tell the post employee the direction of where the company is going and how you would like to accomplish it. In phase two, you give them rules and set the stage for the creativity of the. Hi, at 21:36, 9:36 p.m. So make your decision. Lastly, a third future organizational value. I believe that once we work is adjusted with the post-employment employees would need to keep those creativity and those Doing evaluations, rebuilding the trust within the system of the board. Action is essential in showing employees that there are managers to take their judgments seriously. If they get evaluated by staff and they disagree on directives given or the direction the company is moving in, positive actions will make it possible to have transference or equal power and control through remaining positive and sharing kind words while being transparent with me or managerial style towards the goals and future of the company. To recap, to adhere to the standards of the manager within the or company, period. Explain why those values are needed. Keep positive dialogue healthy. Wait, keeping a positive dialogue can create a healthy environment, and managers taking care of their personal home life environment can show responsibility and integrity to motivate others to want to perform at levels levels to be better. The direction in which the company is going and how it's going. The directional expectations and directives of the way the company is growing shows how the managerial system and e-org is working on accomplishing to accomplish for the future. E-org has the wrong staff yet. This is an easy fix. Redirect the staff to give them play live exercises to see if they can handle the stress of hard, hard, critical skills. Incorporated into live exercise scenarios. After the post-employment, the employee is there to create creativity and endurance by making sure we keep productivity throughout the workplace. People you hire will know the stress and expectations while knowing you are there to navigate them through the whole process as man manager. Select the component of transformational leadership that is relevant to achieving your vision and explain the rationale for your choice. Intellectual stimulation is key to grabbing the attention of employees that seek to learn. The evaluation of an employee ready to learn and curious to know more would be feasible than an employee that is not eager to learn but work the system. Newer systems can transform the critical thinking that is needed in, for the job to breathe the department is in. All managers must be evaluated as well as intimately trained to behavior. Idealized influence given to them is given to them since given to them as a sense of pride and purpose so that they can have the power and acknowledgement with action to start and continue to complete this job. You must first seek out highly motivated people the edge for trying to learn more and complete critical tasks. Puzzle solvers, critical thinkers, learning solvers, and learning solvers motivates whatever, whichever motivates them to complete difficult tasks, whatever. The ones that, whatever motivates them to complete the difficult tasks are the ones that seek out will that we or company will seek out. They are the motivation that complements the manager's emotional skill set. If the employee come in belligerent, the manager will be with emotion first before catching it and checking it and analyzing it. However, if they come in with motivation and a willingness and openness to learn the direction of the controlled environment and not only execute action and precise multitasking with not only groups but teams, it will pay off for both parties and corporates. I'm going to start like a little mini manifesto, whatever the FBI call, because it's like Gestapo or manifesto. Who is right? Um, Print this out. This is something I have. How do I do it? How I do it, boss? Where my paper? Them downstairs. uh, I forgot which one it is. Dang, y'all blowing up my phone like a Rico trap phone. Which one is it? The reason why I look like that is wait, quick look again. Hold up. Okay. That seals the deal. Oh, thank you. Is that a kid? Yeah. Thank you, you guys. I appreciate you for watching me. We've been rocking for 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 56 seconds. So it's 9:48 p.m. Now, and I'm about to get off my main platforms, charge my phones, eat something, and get ready for bed. I'll probably get on here and freelance speak and see what I can take care of off my heart. It's very therapeutic. If, if you are curious and creative about things, it's very therapeutic to get talk about what goes on in your life to random people because you're spreading the word about what goes on in your life. This is my documentary. What I do from school to interviews to just roundtable talk shows, everything. Talking about VA, everything. It's my therapy stance, the system that they have created for me. So I can not only get to talk to people in Maryland, but people in DC, people in Virginia, people in South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, Georgia, New York, Maine, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Ohio, Minnesota, California, Missouri, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, Hawaii, Utah, and many, many more. Texas, Canada, Greenland, India, everywhere. I do this for you guys. And I do it because I earn my stripes. This is the best way I can earn my stripes right back behind. I have to go on the pages. But yeah, um, if y'all want to see me later on, I'll be on. Uh, I have to get ready for bed, and I promise y'all I'll be on. Take care, be safe, and I will see y'all another time, which will be tomorrow.